Sometime before 645 BC, Guan became the minister of Qi, and he implemented a series of effective measures to make the state of Qi stronger and stronger. However, the Shenrong tribe to the north of Qi attacked the state of Yan, which was allied with Qi, in an attempt to weaken Qi's power. The ruler of Yan led 20,000 soldiers to fight, but he was ambushed by Mi Lu, the leader of the Shenrong tribe, at a place called Ghost Weeping Valley, and only 1,000 men escaped. Then, when Shenrong took 3 cities in a row, the state of Yan sent messengers to Qi for help. So, Guan of Qi led an army of 50,000 men to Yan. The general, who was appointed by Guan as a vanguard general, recovered the 3 cities lost by Yan, but when he reached the Ghost Weeping Valley, he did not dare to advance. He said to Guan of Qi and Guan, "In front of us is the Valley of Ghost Weeping. If Shenrong laid an ambush, we will not be able to cross it even if we have wings." The 20,000 strong army of Yan was buried there. Guan had already thought of a plan to cross the valley, so he said to the general, "Since you're concerned, you should follow the last of the army." Guan then ordered 2 other generals to go to the front of the army and follow his instructions, get ready, and cross the valley early next morning. The next day at dawn, the Qi army headed for the Valley of Ghost Weeping. The horse's mouth was caged in a net. The wheels of the chariot were tied with sisal, which made very little sound. The soldiers standing on the chariot were clad in armor and holding their weapons, looking extra tall. The battle flag of Qi was blowing in the valley wind, making a clattering sound. At that moment, Mi Lu, the leader of the Shenrong tribe, appeared on the hilltop of Ghost Weeping Valley holding a small yellow banner. When he saw that the Qi army had entered his ambush circle, he waved the small yellow flag and shouted, "Fight!" Suddenly, arrows, stones, and wood came down. Some hit the Qi soldiers, some smashed the chariot to pieces, and some broke the Qi flag. With the wolf-toothed stick in hand, Mi Lu led his troops to charge down from the hill. When he got to a Qi general who was still standing on his chariot with several arrows, he raised his wolf-toothed stick and hit him hard on the head. With a thud, he knocked the helmet off the Qi general. When he looked at the helmet, he saw that under the helmet was actually a tree stump wearing armor. Mi Lu knew that he was tricked, and he was terrified. At that moment, the drums were beating loudly. At the sound of the drums, Mi Lu turned around and saw the Qi generals leading their troops to attack. Mi Lu shouted and waved his wolf-toothed stick to meet them. When he saw a tall man standing on a chariot in the distance, watching the battle between the 2 armies, he decided that it was Guan, the minister of Qi, and pounced straight at him. In a few moments, Mi Lu was in front of Guan, but it was too late, as dozens of arrows were fired from behind the chariot. Mi Lu fell to the ground, screaming. One of his generals rushed into the siege, snatched back the wounded Mi Lu, and fled. In this way, Guan crossed the Valley of Ghost Weeping wisely and relieved the siege of Yan.